Lamar here with the Fleet Arena video. I noticed a lot of people with decent negotiator squads that are hovering in the mid-teens to low 20s for rankings, and that's going to pay out 100 crystals a day, and if you can climb to number 1 you'll get 400. So I wanted to make this video to show you how to beat better star, faster negotiators with a 5-star negotiator. And we'll take a look at Rockstar's roster here. He's got a 6-star negotiator. It doesn't really matter if it's 6-star or 7-star really at this point. Relic 7 Anakin, Relic 6 Ahsoka, Relic 6 Bossk. They've all got 6-dot mods on them. And Relic 6 5s, 7-star Y-Wing. Pretty much maxed out ships. His support ships are gear 12. The rest of them, I don't know even if he even uses them. Relic 7 General Kenobi. So I can beat this team fairly routinely, so it's pretty easy for me to climb to number 1 with like 3 battles each day. So I've got a Relic 5 General Kenobi 5-star. I've got a maxed out Anakin, so that's my one maxed out ship. I've got a Relic 4 Ahsoka and a gear 12 with 1 Zeta Bossk, a gear 9 Plo, a 6-star Y-Wing, not really necessary. And then a gear 9 with a Zeta 5s. So really under-geared compared to my opponents, but we should be able to get this win, and I'd say I win probably 85 to 90% of the time with this squad. So the key here right away is to target Anakin and do Ahsoka's big hit. You want to get Anakin down to less than 50% health, and it's got to be significantly less than 50% health, because then that tricks the enemy team to being able to use a different ability. So I did the AoE with Anakin to make sure Anakin got down there. We got ability block, so that's great. Good RNG for us this round, and that should allow us to get rid of 5s pretty easily. But you see his negotiator did the unending loyalty buff instead of the AoE days, and we were able to get our days off first, so now all of them are dazed. It didn't land on Anakin, so that's really bad RNG for us. It usually does, and then he doesn't get his bonus turns, but oh well, we should be all right. He did get a bonus turn there. It worked out for us because now he doesn't have an unending loyalty now, so we can do an AoE and take out Anakin. At this point, once Anakin's gone, this matchup's pretty easy. It's just a matter of cleaning it up and going through the motions here. So debating whether to take him Plo or Y-Wing. I just took him Y-Wing. I decided to save Plo to be able to cleanse if they do put days on my whole team next time they do a move. Kind of weird, they brought in Falcon here. Not sure if that's good or bad, but it doesn't really matter at this point. There's no other rebels for him to assist with. I think he'd actually be better served with a different team, but we can beat those teams as well. Like I said, this matchup is all about getting Anakin out first and getting that days out on their team before they can get it on you. So Plo's a great reinforcement even at low gear, because he can cleanse all those debuffs that days, so Anakin can get his bonus turns if one of my characters does fall below 100% health or dies randomly. So we'll get days out again. Didn't get it on the Falcon again. Bad RNG, but that's all right. We are able to get buff immunity, and we can take out 5s since we can't target the Falcon yet. Let's just throw some mines on it and get some days on that as well, and then we should be able to just take it out with a hit from Anakin here, and we'll get a win. So that's how I climb through max negotiators every day, and usually 3 banners to get number 1. Those 400 crystals really help. Now sometimes I'm able to climb through Malevolence fleets. Bobbert has a great Malevolence fleet. It's nearly maxed out. We'll show you the levels on them. Maxed out Hyena bomber, Relic 7 Spy, maxed out with 6E mods, maxed out Vulture Droid, Relic 5 Soldier, so that's the only non-maxed out thing, Relic 7 Sun Fac, and Relic 7 Grievous, double Zeta. There's a couple abilities on his Malevolence that aren't quite maxed out, but I don't think that really makes that big of a difference. This matchup's a little bit easier. Oh, we'll check out Bossk. Bossk is Relic 7 as well. double Zeta. I don't know if he has IG 2000 in there, but Relic 5, so whatever he throws in there is going to be a good ship. But this matchup's a little bit easier, but sometimes it can drag on a little bit longer. A little less strategy, but the main cube we want to start out with, because we'll go first against this fleet, is we want to target Vulture Droid first. I know he's going to get another Vulture Droid, but we just want to get this Vulture Droid out because this is the one that can apply buff immunity onto Houndstooth. So none of the other ones can. They just apply their buzz droids, and that's it. We were fortunate to resist buff immunity that time, although we're usually able to cleanse it off before there's too much damage done to Houndstooth anyway. So now it's just a matter of, some people like to choose to go after Sun Fac first, some people like to go after Hyena Bomber first. I think it's probably better to go after Sun Fac, but with this matchup I don't really care that much. I just want to get them gone eventually. So I just chose Hyena Bomber this time. It made more sense at the moment. With my AoE in the beginning, I was able to get buff immunity on Sun Fac. So we're just going to use a bait. Oh, we dispelled there with a big hit from Ahsoka. We could have used a basic just to get offense up. That wouldn't have been a bad idea. Again, there's a lot of room for error in this matchup just because of the way Negotiator works against Malevolence. So whenever I can and I've got a debuff on Ahsoka, I like to dispel it and then give my allies retribution. It's really helpful for Bossk, because when Bossk does his basic, he dispels all the debuffs on him, and also when he's taunting and does his basic, he regains some health and protection that way too. So we'll just bring in Y-Wing. Again, doesn't really matter at this point. My 5, I probably would have brought in 5s there if I had a good 5s, but my 5s is only gear 9, so I didn't bother. Here we'll get retribution up on Houndstooth again. That's very helpful, and you can see he's full health, full protection here. Let's do some mines here, and their Houndstooth. The key to getting Houndstooth out with this matchup is usually the buff immunity for Anakin, or just getting offense up and doing a big hit with Ahsoka. So we'll just use a basic there with Ahsoka because they had foresight, but then eventually we'll get some hits on Houndstooth here. Let's try for some more hits on Houndstooth, get him kind of within range. He's got some protection still, but now let's try for a big hit, take him out. We did have offense up with Ahsoka, so that helps too. And he's gone. We'll get some turn meter, do an AoE. Again, they've got the Falcon here. The Falcon can be annoying in Malevolence fleets because they have so many buzz droid or vulture droids all the time that you can't target the Falcon. You just have to keep killing the vulture droids, and that keeps feeding Grievous turn meter. So you can see he got his ultimate off here, and he's going to get another turn here. Again, another vulture droid here. We don't have any protection at all, so it gets a little dicey in this one. This is worse than it usually does, but we were able to dispel with Y-Wing to be able to target Falcon for a little bit, but then that kind of stopped after a little bit, and they keep coming. So they were able to take out Plo. Let's just take out Spy as quickly as possible. AoE again. And those mines, almost took out the Falcon, but just one shot there. And we get through a maxed out Malevolence. Another way to help get those 400 crystals a day and keep growing your roster.